Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week I'm taking a look at Milwaukee's 38cm closed tote bag. It's about 15 inches in old money. It's also Packout compatible. We'll get the camera in and down and stuff. We'll get the tape measure across it. We'll get the scales on it, see what it's weighing empty, see what it's weighing full. It's just arrived for me. It's been out for a while, so I've not really had a chance to have a proper look at it or anything and see what's inside and stuff. But yeah, it looks like plenty of space. We've got the strap. Oh, it's a very, very substantial strap there you've got. No D-rings on it. Oh, I think they've got the a cloth ring of some kind. You can probably put a carabiner in there. So it's velcroed together in the middle there. And from what I've seen and read, it goes up here when not in use on the top. On the handle just sits there when clipped to the D-rings either side. Just put this down here for a minute while we go through the rest of the thing. So opening it up here, still got the tag on there. Let's get that tag cut off. Don't need that on there getting in the way. Get rid of that. So it's got some D-rings here. We've got 4 on the front. Is this the front or the back? How can we tell? Well, we've got a zip pocket here. We'll call it the front. So this is the front. There's 4 little D-rings just on the front here. There's some also little loops here. You can get some bits and pieces in as well. There's a zip pocket here. I can fit my entire hand in all the way down to there kind of thing. So it's quite nice and deep. I'll tell you what, we'll get the old rule on there and see what that's coming back at. So 9 inches down there to the zip, which is 23 centimeters. Decent sized pocket on the front. There's also another little ring there of something you can clip things on. These things are important because you can clip so many things and bits and pieces to the front of these bags. And also on the inside, if we have a look, there's some straps coming down here holding the kind of the hood, the bonnet or whatever you want to call it, holding that down. These are obviously adjustable. You just pull these up, pull these down, and you just push them to the side to release them. If you don't, if you push them this way, if you want that to come all the way down. For reasons of demonstrating, which I'm doing now, and there's a lot of these things, silica gel stuff. I'll bring the camera in a little while and we'll have a closer look in depth and stuff. We've got another pocket here. Just having a quick whiz around it for now. Spin it round on the side. There's 5 pockets here, 5 kind of vertical pockets. Quite tight. They're quite tight getting your fingers in there. There's a wider one there, I guess. But with the handle, I'm not sure what you'd be putting in there. We'll have to have a look at that. There's some loops, adjustable loops here to get any various tapes on. Obviously you can get some nice wide tape on there. Another D-ring here. So we've got the same kind of setup as on the other side. So we've got like 4 D-rings, nothing up top here. I guess we'll call this the back. We've got a bit of foam protection thing. There's a bit of pattern or something going on there. We've got these loops coming back again. There's 4 there, 4 here. Wide KK zips. Nice to see quality on these bags now, which makes them last a bit longer, which makes us want them even more. So we'll drop the hood on these adjustable straps again. We'll just pull these out of the way. Now this back has a zip on it, which is again quite a deep pocket. In the back here roughly there are 3 major pocket places, I guess for meters and stuff like that. We'll throw something in there just for demonstration size wise. Is that going to fit in there? Of course it is. There you go, so that'll fit. You've got 2 here, you've got some velcro, neoprene stuff up here. There's a kind of sewn Milwaukee Packout logo thing going on there, kind of stretching a little bit there. That's alright. And then spin it back round to the other side. 2 wider pockets here, going down to here. You can see how deep they are. We've got the tape holder, stroke, bottle opener, whatever you want. I think what we'll do, we'll bring the camera and have a look inside, a bit more of a closer look. I've been rolling for the last for the last kind of 10 months really. I've been rolling with the TOTE LC, this thing here. Now it's properly loaded out at the moment, as you can see, and it's properly heavy as well, trust me. And I was with the Packout system. I went on Amazon to try and got these things, stealth mounts. I thought, right, I'll mount these to the TOTE LC and maybe even another kind of Veto bag or whatever, and they can click into the Packout. But then I put it off, and the longer I put it off, I was thinking, do I really want to drill the base of a Veto bag? I'm not bothered about the warranty as such. I'm bothered about kind of, you know, damaging the bag. It's lost its ability to be waterproof and all the rest of it. And, you know, even if you CT1 them to there, it's like, is it going to work? Is it properly clicking in? Well, with this, you obviously get round that because it's got built-in Packout system on it already. You just put this up here. So this is a screw box, something I use pretty much every day. There's various bits and pieces in there, so it's kind of something that's always going to be brought onto site. And with this, it should just click in. There you go. Pick the whole bag up and the screw box. Now, obviously, they do the smaller screw boxes, the bigger tool bags, and all the rest of it, the trolley and everything, and that'll click into all of them. Now, before I bring the camera in for a closer look at the bag, a couple of things to note. The handle is lying flat due to packaging, due to being in transit, being squashed in a bag or whatever, or in a box, being on a shelf, wherever, until I ordered the thing. So it will eventually flex up, I've been told, and it should just stay in a more vertical kind of position. I'm not too fussed about that. The handles either side as well, they might get in the way of these kind of pockets for your tools. However, these I think are for, they're like a foam handle as well. Feels quite substantial as well if you're going to pull that off. Bear in mind, this is going to be loaded out with all your tools, potentially clipped into your entire Packout tower or half your tower and your trolley and all the rest of it. So once you've clipped that off, it's what you're going to use to pick the thing up with. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera in for a bit of a closer look at the thing inside. Check out these pockets, what we can fit in them all and stuff. Get the kind of zip flaps open. I am going to load it out with my tools as well, because I'm going to start running this thing as my main bag. And yeah, I'll report back in a few weeks, no doubt, and see how it's been. Obviously, I'm used to Veto, so I'm interested to see how these are quality-wise and stuff, and how it holds up. It's got the base at the bottom here, which is, you know, there's a couple of inches of, well, solid plastic there. There's no doubt, I've got no doubt that it can sit in a puddle. I don't think that's going to bother it too much. But yeah, let's have a look inside. I've stepped slightly out of shot now, so hopefully you can see the important bits. The front here, again, we're calling this the front. Hand all the way in, like I showed you. I think we're coming back, what was it, 9 inches? Something like that. 9 inches deep, 23 centimetres deep. But what wide-wise, how wide is it? So you have 6... From the zip, you've got 6.5, but I think it goes even wide. It goes to the end there, so it goes from here to here. Yeah, it does. It goes all the way. So you've got quite a good size of something there. It's easily 10 inches will go in across that way. That's the front. We've been through that before. Pull the hood down, have a look inside. So this little clear pocket here, you can see, it's going to be used for, I don't know, throwing anything out. Maybe I'm an electrician, so I'd probably have my Wago connectors, Wago, whatever they're called, Wogo connectors and stuff in there. Maybe some little leads or jump leads, whatever. Maybe even some pens or whatever. Just shove that in there. Decent size there on the front. I like to see things utilised. There's lots of pockets on it. I tell you what, forget that, throwing it in there. Look at all these pockets you've got here. You can utilise. They're very tight at the moment because obviously the thing's never been used. It's brand new. It's just come out of the box literally like half an hour ago. So all these will be utilised. Different tools and stuff. Screwdrivers. You've got 2 slightly wider ones either side here. This one. For wider stuff. I've not quite loaded it out yet. Again, you've got these little bonnet rests, hood rests, whatever you want to call them, like it, where the whole thing will just sit there. So you can load this front door or, you know, flap with all your heavy stuff on there, and then you can adjust these so it will fold down. It actually turns into like a bit of a bench type thing as well, so it's quite handy. For what it is, for demonstration reasons, we'll just flip these off for now. So what can we see in here? Well, there's a load of these things. Comes with a load of these things. Don't eat them. In the pockets here, you've got two here on the front. There's no elastic pockets here, I don't think. No, there's no elastic ones. Well, this one's flapping about a bit. So you've got this one, which is kind of independent to the rest, flapping about. I think it's got a plastic back to it, unlike the cloth. It's got like a tough cloth material to the other pocket. This one's got like a plastic back. Maybe that, I guess. What have we got there? So like scissors, knives, stuff like that. What did you shove in there? I don't know. If you've got a knife, all the rest of it, you can shove that in down there. Maybe like a pad saw or something. But it's decent, good idea, decent kind of thought process there. They've just utilised the space and put that in there. What have we got here? Bigger pocket here. Some other pockets there. Utilise them. They're going to be for screwdrivers and stuff. More than likely pliers. You got two either side there. So you got two on the side there, two on the side this side, two here. More of that stuff. I mean, demonstration wise, shove some bits and pieces in there now. Get some cutters and all the rest of it, some screwdrivers, just to show. Like I said, I'm going to load the whole thing out with my tools and stuff. But I'm not quite sure. I mean, you could probably even put the whole thing in there, couldn't you? Probably fit that entire thing in there at some point, maybe. Maybe not, hey? Spin the thing. Oh, there's a perfect spot for it. Shove it on the side. There you go. That's where you're living, mate. Right, what we'll do, we'll leave the sides for now. Just sit that back up. Just having a bit of a closer look for now. Again, in here, you've got that's a much deeper pocket there. That's you could fit all kinds of stuff, you know, like. I don't know if you can fit an iPad in there. Not too sure. You might be able to fit an iPad. We'll have to check that, see if we can get an iPad to fit in there. That would be cool if you could fit something in there. I'm sure you could get a small tablet or something in there if you wanted to. If not, then anything else. The little shockwave things that the Milwaukee kit do, obviously that fits perfectly in there. These are more for like meters and stuff like that. Tons of these things. Meters. What we're demonstrating, what we've got up here, we've got like we've got the temperature thing going on here. The cane may, the Kanye. More of that stuff. So they fit nicely in there. You know, again, it's just for demonstration reasons. I'm not really doing it for any other purpose. Some nice big pockets there. What else can we fit? Maybe your test leads, something like that. Get your voltage indicators in there. They'll fit nicely. Lots of other different things. Torch, that'll fit nicely in there as well. You can have a little Unilight torch. This one, so we've got 3 pockets here, and lots of space here for drills. Now, I don't actually have any Milwaukee drills at the moment, but I will be purchasing something soon. And you can let's have a look at this old Makita. You can see that'll fit. That'll fit in there, no doubt. Not going to cause any problems with the door closing, zipped. I think that's what they had in mind with that, is to leave access for drills, because there's a noticeable gap there, space that you can see, where things can be, you know, like batteries and stuff like that. You're just going to left in there. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Again, you can throw any kind of other meters and all the rest of it down there, plenty of space. What I'll do, we'll get the tape measure out, zip the front up. So what we're coming back at roughly, all in all total, real real world view, we're looking around 20 inches, aren't we, in length at that point, which is about 51 centimeters. And then total height, the entire width is 20 inches, 21 inches, something like 20 inches with the handle up. So again, it's as long as it's high, really. I guess tuck the handle down, you will get it. It'll fit under something that's 16 inch, 40 centimeters. What are we this way? Well, it depends how much you pack it out, I guess, doesn't it? Because obviously, if you really load the thing out, it's going to bloat it as much as you can do. So I mean, I'm guessing 10 inch, 11 inch, something like that, 28 centimeters, something along them lines. Perfectly adequate for you know, hand tools and whatever. A few little meters. Up top, let's move some stuff out of the way. Up top, we've got these little neoprene pockets here as well. You can put little bits and pieces in there. Again, we'll just shove something in there for demonstration reasons, I guess. I mean, it's just whatever it is, you know, you just shove your... I believe these are called Knipex and not Knipex. I've been saying it wrong for 9 years. We've got the Knipexes up there. But yeah, I mean, that's just what it is, and you can see what they're going to be used for. Little light things, you know, maybe a few bit holders, stuff like that. You just shove that in there. Perfect for what it is. Again, we've got the scissors here. Well, it's not really anywhere. You can put your scissors down the side there, I guess. I mean, I'm going to take my time loading this out and run the thing for a few weeks. Report back and see how it is. That's the back. We've got these as well. These are cool. These are metal, by the way. That's a metal. What do you call it? Is that a carabiner, a little spring-loaded clip, something? But yeah, they're metal. They are also adjustable, unlike other models that are not adjustable. So you can, you know, you can move that on, however long or however short you want it for. I guess that's, again, give it a bit of a demo. Big type gaffer tape stuff on there if you want, or you could put your little tape on there. So anything, it's not really what I'd roll with, but it can take it because obviously it's stretchy and well, it's not stretchy actually, but it is adjustable, so it can take a few things. And there's two of them. There's one on this side as well. Plenty of D-rings which we've been through. Spin around to the side now. These are. I was looking at this. I was thinking, do you get a screwdriver in there? Alright. I mean, okay, forget that one. Let's put it in this one. But it's okay. It's a great place for a quick grab screwdriver to go. You know, grab it and on you go. If you're the kind of person who, like, you know, keeps tools on the outside of your bag. But for me, I don't know, it just looks like it's a misthought or an afterthought. I mean, if we get some more Robert MacGyvers in here, you know, just shove a few in there like that. They are beginning to stick. Well, we got plenty of screwdrivers in here. You know, they are beginning to jam and stick a little bit now. And depending on what shape they are as well, obviously we've got the Baco here, these are a lot thinner, the Baja Peninsulas. But look at the state of this thing, the CK, you can tell I've had a long time. The CK chunky things, even the wearers, the handle, I mean, look at the climb, the handles are a lot chunkier. You know, so that I don't know if it's really for that, you know, because the foam inside of that handle is quite soft. It's not as tough as this material here, so a lot of in and out, a lot of pulling in and out and stuff for you, it's going to be a bit of a problem there. So I'm not too sure what I'll use that for, utilise that for. I mean, it's just by the look of it, it is kind of got screwdrivers in mind. I guess you could throw a pen in there, but even just getting a pen in it's a bit of a bind. Well, it's not too bad, I guess. But I mean, are you going to carry that many pens? I don't know. This side, we've got the tape loop on. Obviously, I don't have to demonstrate that, but I will, and I do demonstrate that the tape measure will fit on there, especially a £3 special from B&Q. bag in that. So yeah, the tape's going to fit on there, no problem. I think we've got a bigger tape here just to demonstrate. A quick look in here. Got 5 meters fit on there, no problem. That's a bigger one. What's the state of this thing? It's done some mileage. This we built the shed with this one. So we've got an 8-meter one there. I mean, obviously you can see what I'm saying here. That pretty much any tape will fit on there, no problem. These pockets again, I think if I remember rightly, the thought behind these was potentially battery pockets for the Milwaukee 12 volt stuff, the fuel stuff. I'm not too sure. Again, I don't necessarily have any Milwaukee drills or anything I want to test it out with. I've got, you could shove your level in there, I guess. Not sure how that's fitting. It's strange, the setup with these handles, because they're very useful for carrying the thing, getting it on and off your pack out and all the rest of it. But with these pockets, maybe they could have done like a half pocket down here. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Put this somewhere else or something. I'm sure people thought about this when they were having a look at the bag and what to do, especially with the competitors out there, the market. Yeah, you see that soft foam I was talking to you about before, with the handle. So the screwdrivers, it's going to take a few times of getting your screwdrivers in and out of there, and you'll mess that carry handle up, no doubt. That's pretty much the entire bag. We'll have a look at the base in a second. Let's take a few of these things out. Stop it banging about and clattering about and stuff. Let's get all this out. Put the Kanye back up there. What is on the base of this, so on the inside of the base, you've got a cloth type material, and that, again, that's just to protect things, I guess, to give you a more softer feel to the floor of it. It looks like there's some clips at the bottom here. Maybe you can take this panel out. The panel is only one panel, by the way. It's not like a V-swap system with Veto or anything. It's just one panel, and you can quite clearly see that the handle's incorporated with it all. So when you do pull that handle, the handle's not just pulling on the actual fabric of the outside of the bag. It's pulling the whole weight of this panel and everything. So like your tools and everything. Good idea, really, I think. Zip this side up. I need to see on this side again. We'll just take this out a minute, because in the bottom of here, again, they are really thinking of drills in that space. You see that open space you've got there? I think they were thinking of drills when they thought about that. If I just, excuse me for 1 second while I'll continue to talk off camera. Grab this one. I think, will it fit that way? No, it won't fit that way. But yeah, I mean, if you've got, this is obviously just an impact. You can get smaller impacts and stuff. But you could lose the hook there, or even try and spin it round. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Doors fitting, doors closing. So you got your screwdrivers in there, your pliers, snips, all the rest of the other bits and pieces. You can still carry an impact, and the impact bits and pieces that go with it. So, yeah, shove that in there, that in there. I mean, you could probably just keep that in there, couldn't you? That's working all right. That's fine. Noticeably a little bit heavier. So yeah, nice idea there to think of drill space, or maybe even charger space. If you've got a drill on one side, you could put a charger in here or something. These pockets here are attached to this panel again. They're not sewn into the floor of it or anything. We've still got that same floor cloth base as we had on the other side, on the back panel, as we're calling it, or the back side. Let's have a quick flip upside down now. There's no definitive markings up there. We've got a bit of a date going on. 23/12, December 23, 2023. Yeah, this is obviously all part of the Packout system. These 6 clips here, 6 guides, and then that will obviously decant it from the Packout system. Decent stitching on the all around it, that's what I'm looking for at the moment. The stitching side of things, has it been done? There's a few frays and bits and pieces, but we're not too bothered about that. And again, this is more than likely quite waterproof. Sit that into a puddle or a bit of mud or a bit of something. It's going to keep everything nice and dry inside also. That's one of the reasons for having a closed tote bag in the first place, is that, you know, everything's inside there and it's quite protected. Top up here, last but not least, we've got these two little D-rings. Again, these would be good for clipping bits and pieces on keys and all that kind of stuff that you don't want on the outside of the bag, or maybe your stuff on the outside of your bag that you normally would have, you can leave in here and zip the whole thing up. I am one of these guys who tries to keep everything, when I've got a zip up bag, I try and keep everything inside. Now, how are we going to do this? I've got some here and I've got you lot here. You're going to come quietly, or you're going to make a song and dance about it? Should be relatively straightforward. Let's go. $13 silica gel bags this thing came with. I don't know where were they sending it? What were they expecting? 13 of them. Alright, I've got it loaded out. Pretty much all my tools out the TOTE LC fit into this, no problem. There was a bit of jigging around, but they're all fitting in there now, nice and easy. I'll probably switch them out, move them around as the days and weeks and stuff progress. Probably a couple of tools in here that I'm not using too much, and probably a couple of other tools that I want to add to it. Noticeably a drill, yeah, sleeving and stuff's gone in there. Again, as I said, I'm a spark, so mainly electrical tools in here. Things that you're going to use daily and stuff, torque, screwdrivers, whatever, pliers, stuff like that. Got a stubby down there, you can see it's all loaded out properly. I'll probably sort this door out a bit better as well, but this is I'm utilising these kind of pen, pencil and screwdriver slots here. Things are fitting in there nicely. Goes in nice and tight, quite deep as well, and obviously once they're in, you need plenty of room for that zip to be used. I'll probably leave the zip open as it is for easy access. Zips up okay, no problem. It's a bit sturdy. I've not put anything in the front pocket yet. Maybe I will. Spin this way. Round the back. Again, I don't think that'll stay there, because swinging this thing around or whatever, just getting it in and out of the van, that smashes things to smithereens. Plus it dents the tape and stuff. I'll probably leave these off and just keep tape in here somewhere. Maybe in this door, for instance, like I've utilised here. We've got some green and yellow down there, some brown. We've got some grommet strip. Tough grommet strip for the moment for, you know, doing boards and stuff, and sharp edges. Up the top, the little neoprene pockets, I've just utilised it for the chargers. Got the head torch down there, Unilight head torch. I've got about 3 of these things now. I think one of them's still hanging off a micro USB, and the rest are Type C USB, as is the world now. So we got some Type C USB charge points, a pair of charge cords and stuff, which obviously keep in the bag. It helps. I've got a little Samsung charger thing here as well, just in case I don't have a USB. I can use that instead. I keep the WD in here as I did in that bag, because every now and again you come across stuff that is old, ancient, not been moved for a long time. Always handy to keep a little WD tin in there. Again, they're fitting in there okay. You can see I've not really utilised it for meters. I'm going to have my meters in a separate bag. Gloves, socket tester in the bottom there. Nothing's too hard to get. For me, I don't like to move 10 items to get to one. I don't even like to move 2 items to get to one. So if I can get one thing out, you know, one like that, or one thing out at the time, it's really helpful. And also I like to be able to see things on display, so there's nothing too hidden, you know, piled up and stuff. Again, they're in there at the moment, rattling around a bit. I'm not too sure if I put something else in there. Maybe I could put the little amp meter in there, the clamp meter, but I don't really carry it. I don't really use it that often. My meter bag in the house, I've got one in there, so yeah, that's that really. That's that door, that's that back sorting out with. On the side I've just put the tape measure and a pen, because I can't figure, I'll figure something out with these. I'm not too sure what. I'm sure I'll utilise them somewhere. Again, same with this side. If I just pop I've all got the MP2X here, but I've just hung it on there, perfect place for it. I'm not utilising them at all yet. I'm sure I'll figure a reason for them, something to put in there, but for me, I don't know what they were doing with that. Again, there's a soft type material here, which I don't know if you're going to be putting things in and out. You've gone all hard, rugged and tough here, and then it's all soft and kind of foam padding there. This obviously works out great for the MP2X, the Veto MP2X, because this is always on my hip. This literally is everywhere with me. I can leave this in the meter room or something, or next to the board, and just walk around with this doing stuff. Perfect. Obviously we've also got the magnet on the front there, so that's even better. Now I might end up transporting that inside somehow, putting it in the bag somewhere if I can squeeze it in or fit or move some things around. I'm not too sure, but as it is, it's hanging on the side there, which it was on the Veto bag, the OTLC, it was on that as well. But what do I think of it so far? We've also got some YKK zips as well. My thoughts so far really on the zips and stuff like that is I'm going to have to run it. I'm going to have to go with it for a few weeks. And before I get off and give this a road test, I thought what we'd do is weigh the thing fully loaded. Let's clip it up here on the scales. Let's see what it's coming back at. Hopefully not too heavy. Back down here. Let's have a look at this. So it's coming back at about 27 pounds, something like that. You can kind of see that now, can't you? So what's that in kilograms? What is it, 12 kilograms, something like that? 12 kilograms, yeah. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. You can load this out to however heavy you want. It'll take even more. We've got the comfortable padded shoulder strap to help with things. It weighs 10 pounds empty. I'm going to take this on the road with me now for the next few weeks, and I'll meet you back here for a proper road test review. A few weeks later, we're back in the shed, and I've been rolling with this thing out on site, giving it a proper review. I think you'll notice I've changed the layout slightly inside here. I've just made it more bespoke for what I want to do. The front kind of door thing that we're calling, you know, the front, whatever you want to call this, the front door. I've got that more of just telescopic bits and pieces in there, the mirror, the magnet and stuff like that. We've got the little knipexes, the Knipex knipexes. I never get that right in there. They're not too heavy, although it's nice to have something a bit weighty on the door because it pulls it down. Stopping with these. Inside you can see I've just loaded it out a little bit differently to how it was. Keep the ratchet stubby in there. Gloves, always using the gloves, so they're like one of the first things on and off. First and last things on and off rather. We've got the torches, 2 torches in there. We've got some tape. Again, using this all the time, keeping that nicely charged up. Right on the front there, we've also got some different types of drill bits. There's no drill in here just yet, but still carrying the drill bits for the drill. In here, just on the side, you can see I've got the big proppers. They just sit nicely in the side. On this side, we've got the little socket thing going on there. I've got the Klein temperature gauge there. Little hammer, big Klein pliers, scraper. You can load it out as to however you want it. I've also got at the top of the little Q-Tech fuse MCB locker off a thing with a little label as well, so and you can lock it off, safe isolation, and work safely on a circuit. So quick look on the side. So this bit here, this is good. So I don't keep them dangling down, because if you're walking through people's houses, doorways and just stuff like that, it's going to flay all over the place, smash the place up and break your bag as well, and rip it and tear it and stuff. So I just keep them on the side. They got them from work, they just fit nicely in the pocket there. Remember, I didn't really know what I was going to do with these, how I was going to utilise them, but there's the answer for that one. Tape stayed there, not really made it any bigger or anything. 3 meters is enough. We've got the Milwaukee quick, easy grab, easy reach on the side there. Milwaukee spirit level magnetic one. On this side we've just got a couple of Milwaukee markers and some meter keys, various different types. In the back, noticeable change here is the MP2X. It sits nice and proud in the middle. Now I've made a few adjustments, because last time it was hanging off the side, and I really did want to get it inside, because I like the bag to be nice and tight and nothing too flaying about, dangling off, zip ties all over the place. I just wanted everything inside there, and definitely the tools. So I didn't really want this on the outside, but this now, I've put the magnet, it used to be on the front, so I flipped it off and I just put it on the side. It works really well, it stays in there nice and tight. It's obviously still a magnet, and I can then gain back this side, which I can clip my drill onto or tape measure and stuff. It does fit nicely in there, and you can just grab that, throw it in your hip. Away you go. Downside rather, is that you do lose the main pocket inside there. However, I just consider it, that's the pocket for the MP2X. Push that flat. What else have we got? So in this door part, just a bit of sleeving and other bits and pieces like that. Also got some grommet strip, the bits box, famous bits box, which has been in every single bag of mine, Wagos and other bits and pieces. We've got these things as well, these socket repair kit things, where you just tap them onto the back of a back box. Lifesaver, absolute lifesaver them. Pulled me out with the proverbial many a time, shoved them back in there. Just up here we've got some zip ties, got the socket tester in there, voltage indicators. Pretty basic back here. Most of it's taken up by this. I can load it out even more. I'm not utilising much of these neoprene pockets, really. Again, I've got a couple of pockets I can still use here, which I'm not really utilising. But it's loaded out to how I want it, so I'm happy with that. Some other things that I knew I wouldn't really use was these straps. So the kind of the carabiner type things that go on there, they hold your tape and all the rest of it. Like I said, I didn't want things flaying about. You get two with the bag, which is really handy. You can use them on the inside, I guess, and put your tapes on, but I just keep my tapes in a slightly different bag. I've got one tape in here somewhere, I think. Yeah, there's just one sat down here. I think there's another one there. CPC down there. The old green and yellow. There's not really any downsides to it. The only thing I would say is that you can, like most bags, end up filling it too much, loading it out too much. You get the shoulder strap on there and then you end up breaking your back, climbing stairs, getting in tight access places because it's too heavy. I would like to know what you think of it. I want to know if you've got one of these, if there's anything I've missed. Are you thinking of getting one of these? I know it took me a while. I was looking at one for a while before I actually went out and got one. There wasn't that many reviews for it on here, certainly not in the UK. This is the 38cm one. It's obviously Packout compatible. One maybe downside. I don't know how you could feel about this, but this crossed my mind. So the bottom of the bag, I haven't really got a Veto in here to show you as such. I'll just go with me one sec. Alright, we've dragged the TOTE TLC back up here for a bit of a show and tell. Now on the bottom, on the base there, you can see some scratch marks and stuff like that. These are designed to take that. I've had this on concrete floors and timber floors, tiled floors, rough floors, brick floors, whatever you like, outside stuff, for years, and you can see it's just made a few scratches and marks, a couple of dents, nothing too heavy, which you'd expect in a good quality bag. But with the Packout, with the base of the Packout, obviously you've got the 6 feet, and in order for this to be kind of utilised into the rest of the Packout system, they need to be staying in shape basically. So I was wondering, it crossed my mind, especially running with this thing for a few weeks, in a few months, a few years time, whatever, what will these feet look like? You know, basically, are they going to take the wear and tear that this Veto has taken, or do you have to bear them in mind? You know what it's like, you know, sliding toolboxes about, you slam it down, even just throwing it in your van or your truck. You have to bear that in mind and try not to round these off, because if this stops becoming Packout compatible because of the damage on the bottom, because they are the first point of contact for this bag onto the floor. And the last thing you want to do is damage them, wreck them, or God forbid, snap one off and you've lost its Packout compatibility. Here it is, guys. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.